And that movie is to be announced, okay? So without further ado, let me go ahead and give my African history SHERO. Her name is Mary Church Terrell. Mary Church Terrell was born September 24th, 1863. She passed away July 24th, 1954. She lived to the age of 91 years old. Mary Church Terrell, born in 1863. She was one of the first African-American women to earn a college degree. That's awesome. National activist for civil rights. She taught in the Latin department at the M School in 1896. Today, this school is known as the Paul Laurence Dunbar High School. All right. The first African-American public high school in Washington, D.C. First to be appointed to the school board of a major city, Mary Church Terrell. Serving until 1906, she's a charter member of the NAACP that was founded in 1909. Awesome. Woman, charter member of the NAACP. And she's also a founder of the Colored Women's League 1894 and founder of the National Association of Colored Women, which was founded in 1896. So I'm just going to share a few more points about Mary Church Terrell. Mary Eliza Church Terrell was well-known African-American activist who championed racial equality and women's suffrage in the late 19th and 20th centuries. An Oberlin College graduate, Terrell was part of the rising black middle and upper class who used their position to fight racial discrimination. That's pretty awesome. The daughter of former slaves, Terrell was born September 23rd, 1863 in Memphis, Tennessee. Her father, Robert Reed Church, was a successful businessman who became one of the South's first African-American millionaires. Y'all hear this? This is back in the 1800s. Come on, God. His mother, Louisa Ayers Church, owned a hair salon. Entrepreneurs, business owners. She had one brother. Terrell's parents divorced during their childhood. Their affluence and belief in the importance of education enabled Terrell to attend the Antioch College Laboratory School in Ohio and later Oberlin College, where she earned a bachelor's and a master's degree. Terrell spent 2 years teaching at Wilberforce College before moving to Washington, D.C. in 1887 to teach at the M School, Colored High School. There she met and in 1891 married Herberton Terrell, also a teacher. The Terrells had one daughter and later adopted a second daughter. Her activism was sparked in 1892 when an old friend, Thomas Moss, was lynched in Memphis by whites because his business competed with theirs. Terrell joined Ida B. Wells, another SHERO, in an anti-lynching campaign. But Terrell's life work focused on the notion of racial uplift, the belief that blacks would help end racial discrimination by advancing themselves and other members of the race through education, work, and community activism. It was a strategy based on the power of equal opportunities to advance the race and her belief that as one succeeds, the whole race will be elevated. Her words, lifting as we climb, became the motto of the National Association of Colored Women, the group she founded in 1896, which I mentioned to you earlier. She was an NACW president from 1896 to 1901. And as the president, Terrell campaigned tirelessly among black organizations and Main Street white organizations, writing and speaking extensively. I researched her when I was in college, so I know a lot about Mary Church Terrell. She also actively embraced women's suffrage. In 1909, Terrell was among the founders and charter member of the NAACP. Then in 1910, she co-founded the College Alumni Club, later renamed the National Association of University Women. And I think I'll stop there. But this lady, Mary Church Terrell, awesome example of African Black excellence, someone who made education something of a priority that she could use to help her community and help her culture and help her race. So when I was in college, I have an African Studies degree, and we had a course, and it was a book called When and Where I Enter, The Whole Race Enters With Me. If you want to pick that book up, When and Where I Enter, the Whole Race Enters With Me. I'm not sure. I don't think she wrote the book, and I don't have the name of the author, but you can look it up. When and Where I Enter, the Whole Race will